Hello, fellow legacy inkers. I'm your book coach Ayo, and I'm back to talk about the three secrets of best-selling and highly successful authors. If you are a novice author, an aspiring one, or if you've been here for a long time, I bet you do want that success as well. We want to become bestsellers. That means to say that we have tapped our readers and people celebrate our work. And of course, if you want to really build a good career out of it, make it lucrative, profitable in the future, we want that to become best-selling authors. Well, some people write because basically they just want to share their story, and that's totally fine. But here are some of the things that I have discovered as I follow my favorite authors, also as I have been mentored by really great writers. These are the important aspects of their life that really shine. And I'm not going to talk about the technical aspect of preparing a book or publishing or marketing it. I'm going to talk about the package of the author, who they are, and what makes them really stay here and stay on the top of their game. When we talk about successful authors, a lot of names come to our mind. I have my personal favorites as well, and they're quite a lot because I read across genres. I like Haruki Murakami, Pablo Neruda, of course, J.K. Rowling. I love sci-fi authors, fantasy authors for all each categories. And one of my favorites really is dystopian novel. I am really a reader of that genre. And of course, I love history, memoirs, yes, of course, and my first love, poetry. So now let's talk about those three secrets, because if you want to make it big in this business, we might as well copy the greats. And we're talking about how great they are in terms of their commitment to the art, their commitment to their career as an author. Okay, here we go. Secret number one, these authors know their big why. They know their big why. Why did they start? Why did they forget, or they actually pivoted to this industry? And why are they doing what they're doing today? Because if you're an author, there are a lot of frustrations along the way. There are a lot of challenges. And how do you deal with those? This is now what we call the internal motivation. You don't need people to tell you that you were good so that you will feel good about yourself. Because what if they tell you you're not good? Especially when you are starting here, there will be people who will try to put you down intentionally or unintentionally. There will be people who will not believe in you, in your dreams. So who's going to believe you in the first place? If you have that indestructible belief in yourself, nothing and no one can put you down. Because a made-up mind is someone who will go far in this life. And of course, we're talking about our careers as authors. So think about that, because from the very first day, you decide to become a writer, you will feel a lot of things, some inadequacies, there are doubts. And if you begin to immerse yourself in these negative thoughts, couple that with the outside factors that is generally negative, so how are you going to stay afloat? So know your big why. Why did you do this? Why are you writing that book? Why do you want that so much to be distributed worldwide? Or why do you just want to give this to this particular group of readers? So you dictate it. You have to come from deep within. It's something deep. It's not really shallow, because once the storms come your way, if you are not properly grounded, your roots do not have, your character does not have roots, then it will be too difficult for you to stay here. So again, know your big why, and that will help you a lot to move forward, even when things are not going right. Okay? Now, secret number two. Secret number two is these authors have great attitude. They have great attitude. Great attitude in the sense that they are teachable. They don't say that they know it all, and they don't even brag about how good they are, even if it's too obvious that they are. In fact, those who are arrogant are the ones that I'm not really sold to, because if you have this confidence already, you don't really have to tell the world, you don't have to broadcast it, because people will just tell you, and you don't have to introduce yourself. People will do that to you. Good attitude in terms of accepting criticisms and feedback. You have to embrace that not everyone will like your work. If other people glorify you, some other will topple you down. Others will consider your work as over, all brows. But others will just say it's a piece of trash. So how do you really react to those things? Because, it's only 10% that accounts for what happens in our lives. And that 90% accounts for how we actually react to them. So what will now be your response to the different stimulus around you? I have read, I think a while back, about this certain statement. Attitude determines altitude. Attitude determines altitude. So your attitude in life will dictate whether you're going far and high, or you're going to dive deep to the bottom. It's how you're going to manage that. Okay? And even if, these best-selling authors, even if they're on top of their game, at the pinnacle of their success, they are still humble. And that is a good attitude, to be grounded. And once you're there, you build people. You do not destroy people. Just because you are good and you tell them that they are mediocre, I don't think that's going to work. I think it's going to backfire, and that's not really helping the community at all. That's actually coming from a scarcity mindset. There are people who want to put down other people so that they can rise. They want to assassinate the character of other people because they're so insecure about themselves. You don't have to do that. I think that as authors, we can support each other, and all of us can actually achieve the success that we want without bickering, without putting each others down. So these best-selling authors, I have observed that they are serving their communities, and not only that, even they share their blessings. They fund foundations, they do philanthropic work. They do those things because they know for sure that other people are also waiting. Other people are also still working their way to their success. And so all of this, best-selling, these really great authors know the importance of having a good attitude in life. Secret number three. Secret number three is having the discipline. Having discipline. What will you do if you are in the middle of writing your series and there are other things that come your way calling for your attention? A great author, these great authors will really find time to commit to what they have started. They have the discipline to say no to things that will not contribute to the progress of what they are working on. Having the discipline to stay focused, to stay with your dreams, not letting go of that, day in and day out, week after week, month after month, even years. You're still there. You're still there fighting. You will hear this from successful authors that, it's not the first book, it's not their second book, sometimes it's their 10th book. Some of them even go beyond that number. But there will come a time, that they are no longer known. suddenly just one book, that's a tipping point, and then they become a bestseller. And what usually happens is when an author suddenly is discovered and or she becomes a bestseller, the rest of his books also start to pick up, and the more that they become successful. So think about the consistency of writing. Can you commit to your daily writing goals? Can you commit to your book projects, to your deadlines, to your publishers, to the people around you, to your readers, especially when you promise them that another book, the second of that installment in the trilogy, will be out in like 6 months or in like 1 year? You have to honor that commitment. Have the discipline to get things done. Because, well, actually, I was scrolling my Facebook a while ago, and it's just a meme that, you know, the authors of Game of Thrones, James Patterson, and who else, they promise that they will just shave their beards after they have written a novel. So they really grow long beards. I mean, that's also one way to look at discipline. That we hold off doing things that we love or what we like for the things that we need to do. And as a novice author, an aspiring author, you gotta do a lot of those things. You know, getting your name out there so that you can build your brand, you can build your platforms. It takes a while. You know, you do some marketing things, you do some promotions here and there. These are small things that will really give you these are great investments. And in the future, you will realize that. I am saying all of this because I have a share of what I am talking to you. I have been sharing about best-selling authors. It took me a while, you know, before I got my first check from Amazon. It took me a while before finally people start recognizing that I am a writer, I am an author. And it took a while before magazines, YouTube channels, and other media outlets started to pick up. And, finally, I am in their radar. And I'm just part of it. But years, I spent years building that platform, building that, I add on, incrementally. I add on those things little by little. I have that discipline to just, even if I forgo some nights just to study, just to attend webinars, just to follow some authors who live outside the country because we have different time zones. I do that. I still do that because I know my big why. And I want to have a good attitude about what I'm doing because I love what I do. And number 3 is that I am here. I am committed and I will have the discipline. I will have more discipline to make my dreams a reality. Okay, in closing, I'd like to encourage all of you to really take this seriously. If you want to be successful, if you want to be best-selling authors, these things do not happen overnight. There is no overnight success. Do not be fooled by that. And you have to be patient. I always say that because if you just do the things that you are doing today, I guarantee you that time will come. All of these things, whether they materialize one way or the other, you will have that because you intended, you stated your intention, and you focus your energy towards achieving that goal. No matter how big, no matter how small, but you know what? If you're going to dream, you have to shoot for the moon. Okay? Go big. Do not be afraid to go big because you can do it. Again, don't forget to follow this channel and yes, feel free to share it, and I'll see you again on my next video. Do not forget to ink your legacy.